For as long as we can remember, high-tech finance has been all about algorithms, right? These super fast, rigid sets of instructions that just execute trades. But what if those algorithms could do more? What if they could actually start to think, to communicate, and to work together like a team of human experts? Well, that's not some sci-fi fantasy anymore. It's a massive evolutionary leap that's happening as we speak. So that brings us to the big question. Are the trading algorithms we've all come to know and rely on about to get their biggest upgrade in history? The answer is, oh yeah, absolutely. We are watching a fundamental shift away from simple rule-based instructions to something way more powerful: autonomous AI agents.
All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we're going to look at what I'm calling the algorithmic assembly line. That's today's world. Then we'll meet the Agentic Dream Team, the new paradigm. After that, we'll dive right into the 5 key differences that set them apart, and finally, we'll talk about what all this really means for the future of finance.
Now, to really appreciate how revolutionary this new approach is, we have to start with what it's replacing. So let's get grounded in the current industry standard, the algorithmic assembly line. So algorithmic trading, or AT, is basically a digital assembly line. You can picture it as a series of separate linear boxes or modules that just execute scripts they've been given. Each part has exactly one job. It follows a fixed set of rules, and it never, ever deviates from the plan. And the process is super rigid, always in the same order. Data comes in one end, a signal gets spit out, a trade gets made, and only after the whole thing is done can you go back and analyze how it performed. The key thing to understand here is that each step is completely isolated. There's no real-time chat or feedback loop between the different parts. Okay, but that old assembly line model is getting a serious challenge. So now, let's meet its successor, the Agentic Dream Team. Agentic Trading, or AGT, pretty much throws that assembly line in the trash. Instead, it creates a coordinated team of specialists. You're looking at an autonomous ecosystem where all these different AI agents, powered by large language models, the same kind of tech behind things like ChatGPT, can actually reason, plan, and adapt together on the fly. And this isn't just a small team, it's a full roster of specialists. You've got your core players. The alpha agent is the creative one, coming up with ideas. The risk agent is the cautious one, managing exposure. And the portfolio agent is the strategist, optimizing everything. But here's the magic. It's the support crew that makes it so powerful. You've got a planner and an orchestrator running the whole workflow, a memory agent that learns from everything that happens, and an audit agent that tracks every single decision. It's a complete collaborative brain trust. So, we've met the two opposing teams. Now it's time for the main event. How does the old assembly line really stack up against this new dream team? Let's break down the 5 most important distinctions. First up, and this is probably the biggest one, is structure. The old model is a rigid one-way street. Information just moves from point A to B to C, and that is it. The new model, it's a dynamic network. It's more like a group chat where any agent can talk to any other agent whenever they need to, sharing ideas and coordinating what they're doing in a totally flexible way. Second, we've got adaptivity. An old-school algorithm is totally static. It's locked in and does the same thing over and over until a human developer goes in and manually changes it. The agentic system, though, it learns. It has that dedicated memory agent we talked about, which is like its long-term memory. It remembers what worked, what blew up, and why. This means the whole team of agents literally gets smarter with every single trade. The third big difference is coordination. In the old system, a developer has to manually wire everything together. But in the new system, you've got that orchestrator agent acting as the project manager. It's smart and it assigns tasks and manages the workflow all on its own. It's really the difference between a clunky manual assembly line and a fully automated smart factory. Number 4 is auditing. And honestly, this is a total game changer. The old systems can only tell you what happened after it's all over. But the Agentic Systems audit agent, it records the entire thought process. It creates a complete trail explaining why every single decision was made, which gives us a level of transparency we've never had before. And this quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. The huge breakthrough here is getting an auditable trail of why a specific trade was generated. It's not just about seeing the final number anymore. For the very first time, we can actually look inside the black box and understand the logic. That's a massive leap forward for trust and explainability. And that brings us to our 5th and final difference: optimization. The old way is model-centric. It's obsessed with tweaking one little gear on the assembly line to make it perfect. The new approach is system-centric. It looks at the performance of the entire team and asks, how can we as a group work better together? It's trying to optimize the output of the whole factory, not just one single machine.
So we've gone through those 5 key differences. Now let's zoom out. What does this huge shift from algorithms to agents really mean for the future of finance? Why does all this matter?
The big shift is really this. For years and years, the goal was always to build the perfect isolated trading model. Now, the goal is to build and orchestrate an entire intelligent system. It's a new philosophy, really. It's this recognition that a team of collaborating specialists is pretty much always going to outperform a lone genius working in a silo. The whole is way, way greater than the sum of its parts. So what's the ultimate advantage here? Well, it's all about playing to your strengths. The system uses those creative LLMs for the big picture, high-level reasoning and strategy, but it offloads all the heavy, precise number crunching to traditional, reliable computing tools. And what you get is a system that's autonomous, completely auditable, and always learning. It's the best of both worlds. All of this leads to a really fascinating question about where humans fit into this new picture. As these incredibly powerful agentic systems start to take over, the job of the human trader is going to change radically. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. Will the best traders of the future not be the star players themselves, but instead the master conductors of their own AI orchestras?